I got an idea. Let's find the nearest leather goods store.
I was afraid of that.
Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. Michael Knight, a young loner on a crusade to champion the cause of the innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in the world of criminals who operate above the law.
Hello and welcome to Beyond the Night, brought to you by the GCRN and Audible.com. I am one of your hosts, Steve Joe Mike, and joining me is Dion the Music Man. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Crazy weather. Tired of the crazy weather. Can we just...
I know people probably hate us talking about weather in the beginning of this podcast, but I'm sorry. It should not be fucking 80 degrees in fucking April.
No, and it was like 70 something here.
I blame this on the fucking government. I blame this on the fucking daylight savings time running 9 months out of the fucking year. Daylight savings time used to be from something like
October,
May to it used to start in like May to like August. It used to run summertime. The fucking government is essentially doing away with
October to March.
It's March to November. It's not going to turn off till November.
Yeah.
The fucking government is essentially doing away with spring and autumn and fall. It's essentially summer, winter. Oh, God. I bet this is all cars doing. I really honestly, all fucking cars doing. Anyway, to get back on track, we're a little late with recording and getting to do this episode this week because, well, the weather sucks, as we already said. So we're gonna be going beyond the night and reviewing 3 more episodes from Knight Rider Classic Season 3. Hit the turbo boost, Kit.
You have any idea why someone would want to kill to stop this race?
Now cancel the race before it's too late.
They're well-known crime figures in Detroit.
That's very nice.
The 19th hole. Kit, this is the place they bury people when they get in their way. Jamie.
Cars 7 and 12 to the starting line. The road up ahead.
What about it?
There's a high-voltage wire stretched across it.
First up, we have the 19th hole.
Golf, anyone?
How do cars play golf?
I don't know.
No sense. But, so yeah, the 19th hole.
Kind of a PG-rated Godfather thing, except there's no killing.
Well, there was killing, like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
but,
well...
Michael enters Kit in a small-town road rally to investigate the death threats received by the race sponsor, Wendy Shaw. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much old world mafia using a small town to cover up their meeting, and obviously you're not going to go to you're going to go to some you're going to go to a nice and decent little town.
Oh God.
Where's a rim shot at when I really need it? But you're going to go to some unsuspecting, nice little off-the-wall town because with this mob or with these mafia outfits, it's all of the different major cities. Like, you're not just going to go to New York, or you're not just going to go to Chicago or Detroit or wherever,
right.
So Yeah, they gotta find some nice little indecent town for their meeting. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was fun.
It had some interesting elements to it. I guess it kind of took a different turn for the franchise. For season 3 of this particular franchise of the Knight Rider. So it was kind of different.
Well, but I mean, like compared to what we've had so far in season 3, it was a little different, but it was also kind of, again, like I say before, if you really boil it down, this is just the mafia and bumping people off so they can get what they want.
Right. And it seems that, of course, obviously we know that doesn't happen. Although I do, it's kind of a different episode where you don't have the villain of the week. They actually strayed away from that, which was a good thing because that would have been quite annoying. I mean, we've already seen enough of that. So
yeah, I mean, I like this one. I think it's interesting. I think it's one of those ones where it doesn't like I didn't have a connection to it. Like it's not like any of the continuity based episodes, Knight and Goliath,
right.
The Goliath episode.
Right.
It's not like that, but at the same time, it's no, for me personally, it's no Race for Life. So at least I can.
God, you should be shot out of a cannon.
I really do enjoy this one. I think it's hilarious. I love how in the episode, Michael's like, "Give me a distraction. What kind? I don't care. Whatever." And then the radio. I love all the little bits that Kid has to do with being able to distract the mobsters and all that. So, any other thoughts on the overall plot?
No, there's really not. I mean, it's one of those episodes that you can actually watch. It is a good episode. It's kind of a mobster type thing, and we get to see computer graphics of bones in boxes.
Yeah. It's a little creepy.
Yeah, that was a bit much, but obviously it was fake and not real, but still. Cars monitor to do that. Yeah, just not okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, he does have he does have all kinds of different scanners, infrared, X-ray, and all that.
Right.
So if you X-ray the ground, if there's a dead body lying there,
you're gonna see it. It's gonna pick it up.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the scanners.
You're not going to try to turbo boost at this speed. You are.
Let's turn these scanners on. Outside of Stevie, Jamie might be the one female lead that he's had in 3 seasons that I am actually attracted to. I mean, there have been some attractive women that Michael has flirted with, has quote unquote dated or whatever else, but like, none of them really, and yes, I know the women in this show really date it as far as, like, the fashion and the looks and everything else, but, like I said, outside of Stevie, none of them up until this point. Essentially, Jamie is another version of Liberty. Give me liberty or give me death, that reporter in that, when they had to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, uh-huh.
She's essentially that type of character, but Jamie is not as annoying as Liberty was. And like I said, I thought her beauty was really natural and whatever else, but turbo boosting over the rooster. I love that. That's awesome. Even though it's mob money, I want that attaché case. I'll take it. What did you like about this one?
I actually one of the funny scenes was that when Kit runs over the high voltage wire and the rooster goes past him. Kit's still talking, everything still seems to be working.
Right.
But, Michael's like, will you shut that champagne stuff off?
I know.
And Kit's like, I'll try, but I can't guarantee it coming back on. And he's like, I'll talk to Bonnie about that.
Yeah, I love that.
That was kind of cute.
Yeah, that was one of those things where it's like, Yeah, I love that, and it's one of those gags that keeps repeating itself.
Yes,
because
but it makes it funnier.
Yeah,
it makes it funnier.
Yeah. What else did you like?
The fact that Jamie can't seem to keep her nose out of trouble. The one particular scene that I'm referring to is that when she gets caught in the motel and Michael finds her. And he makes up this whole thing about, we just got married and we would love to invite you up for a drink, but you know how that is. Will you go? And he's shoving her out the door. And he's getting Kit, to pick them up and everything. And it was just kind of interesting. And you see the other guy in the background going, I know that voice. Because you see him in the beginning where Michael kind of has him in a bit of a headlock, if you will. Because he's wanting to get a room, and he can't get one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I love that with the manager at the hotel. That was kind of funny. That was awesome.
It was great.
Yeah, overall, this episode is really really enjoyable. So we'll have to get to the scanners off and see what.
We'll have to see what notes we wrote.
Yeah, if anything. So we'll get there in a moment.
Will you turn that champagne stuff off?
All right, let's turn these scanners off. The only thing I wrote down was the old Pepper makes you sneeze gag in order to have the spy get caught. Really?
Yeah, that's the same one I wrote down.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't have any other bad notes to write down about this episode.
Yeah, not really. I mean, it was overall a very good episode. It was laid out well. The plot made sense. The characters all did their, portrayed their roles properly and everything else. I really, really enjoyed it. So there's not that much to say about this one as far as bad ends of it.
No.
So let's move on to the next episode.
Here he comes, Mac.
Here's the gun! There's no earthly material that the new split particle beam can't melt down.
Well, this is going to cut us into the diamond hole.
Welcome aboard. Wherever I can help. Assuming one couldn't prefer being called a nerd, why does he act like one?
How much extra protection is this gonna give us anyway?
10 seconds, Michael.
He's heading straight for us.
He'll never make it.
Michael, we're burning up.
All right, up next we have Knight and Knerd. Oh, God. Oh, God. I will say one thing, though. This episode is not originally what I thought it was. Originally, and I think it's an episode in season 4 that I was thinking of. Originally, I thought this was the one where Nicholas breaks into the Knight Foundation and gets control of Kit.
Yeah, that's the wrong crowd.
Okay, that's what it is.
Nicholas actually gets the Foundation semi.
Right, yeah. See, that originally I thought this was that episode.
No.
And because I actually like that episode, this episode, I don't know. But anyway, Knight and Knerd, a scientist's daughter, played by Tawny Moyer, is kidnapped by criminals as part of a scheme to build a hot new weapon. Yay. All right, first of all, as far as the plot goes, I am fine with the Foundation wanting to further education and all that stuff and wanting to encourage youth. But do we really have to have Knight Rider meets Revenge of the Nerds? Really?
They only did it once that I can think of.
Well, thank God.
And we can thank God for that.
Revenge of the Nerds, where you had like 3 or 4 sequels. And to me, what's her name? What's the girl's name? The daughter's name? Oh,
Allie
God,
Raymond.
Right. Yeah. Allie and Elliot. Allie looks so much older than he does.
Doesn't she, though?
Yes. She looks like so much older.
She looks to be in her 30s.
Yeah, Elliot doesn't look like he's more than 18, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's one of those things where this episode just, it just drags on and on and on and on. I get Elliot's, compunction of wanting to help and do the right thing and be the hero, be the knight in shining armor, but it's just, I just didn't enjoy the one time, most of the stuff is so forced, it's just not even funny. It's just so bad.
I think what they were trying to go for was, like another, obviously before season 4, before RC3 came into play, they were trying to go for another operative, type deal. Unfortunately, with this episode, it just didn't spin off very well. It didn't work.
Not at all. They basically tried to, and in certain aspects, especially when Elliot has his glasses off, if you look at it in certain angles, I noticed this is before they dress him up like Michael, but even when he's like just dressed up in his generic garb with his glasses off, there are times where he does look like he could almost look like a very, very young David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, they go ahead and dress him up in the same attire, and it's like, oh God, why are you forcing this? It's like, just let it go.
Yeah. It just doesn't work. It's a lot of the episode. I think the episode was just, I don't want to say bad. It wasn't good. I guess you could call it somewhere in the middle. Because
and that's the other thing. It's like, technically it is bad because you've got all this bad character stuff going on with Elliot, and then the whole thing is this chick that worked with Allie's father,
Vanessa Sutton.
Vanessa Sutton wants to get this diamond thing so they can break into the diamond. It's essentially a robbery episode wrapped around a fake mystery. Oh, God,
it's like two plots in one again.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so horrible. I would actually, honestly, and you're probably gonna faint after I say this. This is now the new worst episode of the series. Night Nerd is the worst, followed by Race for Life, followed by Mickey, followed by whatever. Oh my God. It's just so bad. It's just so, like, and it's not because it's bad just because, holy shit, it's bad. It's bad because, holy shit, the writing and the acting do not match. Because the writing is bad, so then the actors, all they can do is they can act to the bad writing. That's all they can do. So it's not their fault. And that's the other thing. I've been meaning to bring this up, and I'm going to bring it up now because I've actually been paying attention to see in the credits of the show who the writers of each episode are. We haven't really mentioned it or brought that up, but I've been watching recently to see if I noticed any names from the 80s from other television shows or other, other things, and I have not I haven't noticed any name out of any from, I think, this episode going all the way back to episode 18. Mm-hmm. Of the podcast, yeah. I have not noticed any names on any of the episodes that I would recognize as far as like people I know that are great writers. it just seemed to me like, and I could be wrong about this, and Knight Rider fans, feel free to email feedback@geekcastradio.com and let me know. It just seemed like they had some generic, writer staff, throw a script to somebody. Hey, who wants to write about this? Oh, I do. I'll write it. And it's like,
and they turn it in, and then Glenn A. Larson.
Yeah.
It's really hard telling because maybe Glenn had some ideas, and I'm only guessing.
Yeah.
Glenn had some ideas and said, no, we should do this, and
right,
that type of thing. So it really kind of depends.
And it does. So let's get to the scanners. So let's turn the scanners on. That was my championship cricket trophy. I won that decades ago. What decade was that? I did like that. That is one thing I did like about this episode. Because like I said, what they essentially did with this, they essentially tried to turn Elliot into Michael Knight Jr.
Yeah.
This episode, if you set it back in the 30s and 40s and gave David Hasselhoff a yellow trench coat with a yellow hat and had all kinds of gangsters be as bad as this episode would essentially be Dick fucking Tracy. Because I swear to God, that's what it reminds me of, is the 1990 Warren Beatty film based on the comic book character of Dick Tracy. That's what this episode reminds me of. You've got the mob, you've got, the kid, essentially, aka Elliot, and you've got all this other stuff going on, and I swear, yeah. But I did like that line about the cricket trophy. That was awesome.
How many decades was that?
Yeah. Yeah. What did you like about this one? Anything?
Oh, I couldn't really find anything to like much about it. No, I couldn't. I mean, I tried. I actually tried to write one good thing down, and I'm like, what? Not what? No. Why? I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
All right, so we're going to turn the scanners off right here, right now. Elliot, shoot me now. I get, like I said before, wanting to further today's youth and education and whatever else, but you don't put a kid with glasses who acts like a nerd in a mafia. Oh God, this is just. And like I said before, the two actors, the one that plays Elliot and the one that plays Allie, she looks so much like she looks like she could be his fucking mother. She doesn't look like she could be a love interest whatsoever. Oh my God. So bad. What do you got?
I do have, and I guess there was one funny line, and I should have put this in scanners on, but we're here now.
Yeah.
And it was the line where David says, it's the line where David says, "You're right, this tea is ghastly." And it's...
Yeah, I did.
I liked that, so...
I did like that, but...
Other than that, no, I couldn't find anything else with it.
Yeah, no, I mean, this... let's just move on. Holy crap. Don't ever... Listeners, fans of Knight Rider, don't... unless you really want your brain to break, don't watch this episode ever. I would rather listen to Mickey go on a 2-hour speech than watch this episode again, and that's saying something because Mickey is fucking bad.
Oh my, that's just wow. We have got to move on now, TFG.
Janetti's brake lines were cut. Give me Michael to drive the Flynn truck.
Jet! I'm blind! Michael, jam the brakes!
I can't. I suggest you abandon.
We can pull this whole thing off with the produce delivery contract that Joe set up. I want those independent shops.
Michael, there are 2 more vehicles moving toward the rear of the convoy.
And finally up today is another trucking episode. Yay!
10-wheel trouble.
Yeah. Michael takes the wheel of a big rig to help independent truckers fight a takeover by a ruthless corporation. I feel like we've talked about this same fucking plot with different actors as different characters. We've talked about this before in 3 friggin' seasons already. One thing I will say about this one, though, is...
It's different.
It's different, but... It's the same thing as most of the other trucking episodes, but I will say that one thing I did like was... You've seen Happy Gilmore, haven't you?
Yes.
Shooter McGavin is in this episode.
Knight Rider?
Joe.
Ah!
Christopher McDonald is in an episode of Knight Rider.
Wow. I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, as soon as I heard his voice, as soon as I saw his face, I'm like, whoa, Shooter's looking a little young there, but I knew it was his voice.
Yeah.
I knew it was him. And I was like, oh, that is so cool. Shooter McGavin and Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome. Because I love him as an actor. He's an amazing actor. As far as the episode goes,
It's all right. It's, like I said, it's somewhere in the middle, but it kind of goes back to,
Yeah.
Kind of goes back to an episode we talked about in season 1.
Pretty much, yeah. Or even an episode we talked about earlier in season 3, with what's her name? Terry.
Oh, that's
Terry the trucker. I don't remember.
That's season 1.
That is season 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well. There was another one where, let's see, drones, bandits, fast lane, Halloween. Oh God, Halloween. I could have swore there was another one.
I don't think there was. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Season 2.
Buyout.
Buyout?
Yeah, Buyout. Oh no, Buyout was Armored Plated Limousine.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that was a trucking episode.
No, Big Iron is season 2.
Oh, that's season. Yeah, that's right. Big Eye. Yeah, that. Yeah, no. Stop doing trucker episodes, please. Stop it. Just fucking stop. All right, let's see if we can find anything on Kit scanners, I guess. Let's turn these scanners on.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, there wasn't anything in this. Like, there weren't even cool Kit moments. There was nothing. I mean, compared to the other 2 episodes in today's review, there was just nothing here. There wasn't even anything here to turn the scanners off for, because the episode is just here. There's, I don't know. It doesn't stand out. It's not an episode I even remembered. Like I said, I do like the acting from Christopher McDonald and stuff like that, but as far as a Knight Rider episode, this could have just been, to say this, but it could have been a MacGyver episode.
Mike! No!
Listen.
Okay.
It could have been a MacGyver, A-Team, Airwolf episode without them actually doing any of their cool stuff.
Yeah, okay,
Same thing,
yeah.
Knight Rider.
Yeah.
This is a Knight Rider episode without any of the cool
without
stuff.
Without the action stunts, without the action itself.
Without the turbo boosting, without the ski mode, without just wasn't.
There's no fighting. Fighting the bad guy.
Yeah, there wasn't anything here.
Yeah,
it was like, hey, and I'm all for peace. I'm not a violent person,
right.
But in my television shows, especially when you say that this is a '80s action television show,
that's exactly what you. I was going to say that's exactly what you expect to see.
Right, there better be some fighting. There better be some guns or lasers or
something.
Sharks with friggin' lasers attached to their head. Something.
Yeah.
Something.
Right.
I don't. So we're gonna. Did you have any other?
I don't
thoughts?
have any. No. There's nothing here.
I didn't want to just totally dominate this and leave you out of it.
No, there's nothing here because you and I pretty much agree on this. There's nothing here. It's just one of those episodes like, why? There's nothing here, man.
Yeah, at all. So we're gonna go to a quick commercial break and we'll come back to close the show after that. Yay, a short episode this time. Right?
Kid,
Yes.
shut up.
Coming to Grand Rapids, Michigan on September 21st and 22nd is GrandCon Gaming and Comics Convention, presented by Celebration Cinemas. Join us in playing or chatting it up with fellow enthusiasts in a community that understands your passions. Get lost in the adventure of your favorite role-playing game. Admire costumes and art from vendors and attendees. Meet the creators behind your favorite mainstream and independent games and comic books. Check out unpublished games and sneak peek at things to come. You can get all this and more at GrandCon. For more information, please visit www.grand-con.com.
Kid,
Yes, Michael.
just keep driving.
So we are back, and all right, let's just get right down to it. For the 19th hole, I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5 kit cars. I really enjoyed it. It wasn't one of those ones where I give an auto 5 just because, like, auto 5s for me are Goliath Returns, stuff like that, the continuity episodes. But I really did enjoy the 19th hole. It is an amazing episode. It's a really good, different, interesting thing, like we said. So I give that 4 out of 5 kit cars. What about you?
I give it a 4 out of 5. I agree with you on, if you get 5 out of 5, it would have to be the continuity episodes, Goliath Returns, Nights in the Fast Lane, A Good Night's Work, that type of thing. So I agree with the 4 out of 5 rating.
Night and Nerd, I'm gonna give it 2.
I gotta give a 1 to that one.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because it's not so bad. Even though I was overreacting just a little bit in the episode review, it's not. It is bad, but it's not
horrible.
It's not as bad as later. So I'm going to give that a 2 because there are a couple of things that I do like about it.
I would probably, I don't know, maybe. Okay, I'll put it this way. For the episode entirely, I'll give it a 2. I guess for the writing, I'd give it a 1.
Okay, that's fine. And 10 Wheel Trouble gets a 0. No kit cars whatsoever.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there whatsoever. All right, you want to tell the people about the other stuff that you do?
The other stuff I do, you can catch on www.sky106.net. We do have a Twitter page. You can send us feedback if you think you have what it takes to become a DJ. Fill out the application. People are still saying that Windows Live Messenger still works. I don't know how. Don't ask me, but it does.
It's Skype is what it is. They've turned it in.
Some people can use the client.
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't know. It's
whatever.
I don't know. So that's there, but it's all at sky106.net. I'll make sure that we put a link up on Geekcast Radio so you guys can click on that link so you guys can visit our website.
Alrighty then. So thank you for joining us here on Beyond the Night. There are several ways to get in contact with us. Leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. You can comment on each and every episode post. Email us, feedback at geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter. The short in there is at Beyond the Night. Mine is TF2 and Mike. What is your Twitter?
Twitter is TheMusicMan08.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/geekcastradionetwork. Call the voicemail line. Tell us the show you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Beyond the Night and wish you'll join us next time when we will be reviewing the final 3 episodes from Knight Rider Classic Season 3, those being Night in Retreat, Night Strike, and
Circus.
Get the Clown Car? What the hell?
Circus Nights. No.
See what I mean about
and Night in Retreat, I'm just
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I don't obviously we go back and watch them anyway. But I don't remember those. But
well, it's gonna have one of our recurring actresses in it.
Oh God, no.
No.
Right.
It's no. She's been in Goliath.
Okay. All right. Well,
she's been in Soul Survivor.
Okay. Yeah.
Not her. No.
Yeah. Circus Nights, really?
Yeah, I know.
This is the season finale. Give me a. We'll talk about that next. Holy. Now. For now, I am TF2 and Mike with
the Music Man 08.
Kit, close the show.
Really, Michael, this is highly unorthodox.
Just protecting your honor, buddy.
Well, he is a rude, crude dude.